Alright, let's start this review off with a question. What's cooler than being cool?
Ice cold?
Actually, no, that's wrong. That's Outcast. What we're supposed to be talking about is Outlast, a game that came out on PC 6 months ago, and it's finally reared its ugly head on PlayStation Network. So you start off as a journalist called Miles who infiltrates a facility known as the Mount Massive Asylum. Unfortunately, things go a bit awry as he looks for a massive scoop. You find a lot of dead bodies in your wake, as well as some crazed madmen, and you're trying to find a way to escape.
Yeah.
So that's the gist of it. Anyway, let's get straight down to it. What did you think of the visuals?
It's a very pretty game. It's a lot of atmospheric kind of environmental. The character design's probably not that great. It didn't really implement it too well. I don't know.
I didn't mind the environments. The particle effects, fantastic, as well as the filter that's used as a primary game mechanic where it's pretty much night vision as you use a camera and you traverse around the environment. It's pretty dark. It's your only means of getting around.
With the camera, though, they use a lot of like sepia effects and kind of like that, and it just does take it over too far for me a little bit.
Sometimes it does. I mean, it's a bare necessity though, because you have to actually traverse through this environment very sneakily, and you have to use your cunning to survive. It reeks of Clock Tower and games like Penumbra and Amnesia, where you actually got to hide from your enemies. Your only meaning of survival is hiding.
The music is done very, very well. It helps with the atmospheric kind of tension, as to say. It does it very well, except for a few parts where it's like, you know something's going to come, so it just kind of ruins the scare.
That's the one thing that gets me as well. Aside from the gameplay, there are a few scripted jump scares, and I mean the game goes for some really strong foreboding at the start in the form of notes, blood smears, bodies everywhere. But then there's too many jump scares, and I think it ruins the atmospheric mood. It tries to go for this Silent Hill-esque mentality, and then it kind of falls a little bit flat in that regard.
If you are kind of a fan of like the Amnesia, this is really a game for you. It's just a realistic version of Amnesia, I think.
You reckon?
Yeah.
No, well, I mean, yeah, you've got the camera mechanics, resource management. UI is a little bit basic, but it really strives for those environmental cues and ways of getting around and escaping. But it's a little rough around the edges, but I enjoyed it for what it was.